All right. We're about ready to roll here.
I'm trying so hard to keep the green screen from revealing the disarray behind me.
Okay, I can't hear you yet.
But like, I don't know if you can tell there's edges.
Your audio's. Do you have an actual mic? Because your audio quality is not great. All right, we're gonna turn down that music. All right, welcome to the Rough Report Live. Nat is trying to figure out what is going on with her sound and such.
It's not live if there's not technical difficulty.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we do it live, folks. All right. Oh, of course, things in the news happening. We had, of course, the big topic for the day or week or whatever was the State of the Union. Here, I don't know why I have my Blue Sky profile pulled up. Let's just, do that. So you watched all of it, twice. As you
I actually like I watch it and then I watch commentary based around it, and then you have to of course rewatch the clips so you know what the commentary is about, and it just it's a problem I have. But okay, I had higher hopes. I thought it was I was like, Trump's gonna come out, he's just gonna balls to the wall, he's gonna be loaded on drugs, which was partly true, I'm sure. He just didn't quite stick the landing, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, it was what is it? The longest State of the Union ever.
Was it?
And yes,
he beat his old record.
boring.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
boring.
he also had the wasn't he the longest before? And he just beat his own record.
I mean, when no one tells him to stop. Yeah, so I fortunately only caught the first little bit of it because I was in Hamilton at the in-laws, and James's mom wanted to watch it just to get a feel for how horrified she should be. She was just interested. And then it came on 45 minutes late, and so
he was
so it was
45 minutes late. To start with, and then no mention of that whatsoever, as far as I could tell. It's 45 minutes late, nobody's gonna say anything, this is perfectly fine and normal. That he has zero demonstrable respect for the people around him, the American people tuning in, no shits given on that front
probably
whatsoever.
A lot of shit's cleaned up. That's probably what delayed him.
Well, remember months ago there was some sort of press conference, I think, with
it wasn't that long. I don't think it was months ago. It was maybe a month ago.
It feels like
the timeline so screwed
everything
up.
Feels
but all those people who were in his cabinet and administration and stuff, just sitting there waiting for him to show up, and he showed up an hour and a half late.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I thought you meant when he actually shit himself, and so they had to shut down.
Oh, no. I just mean there was those people just standing around, patiently waiting.
Yeah.
And he took the longest time to show up. And then when he walked in, he didn't apologize for being late or anything. The one thing he said when he walked in, he's like, "Oh, look at all these people. They make a lot of money." And that was it. That's all he said. And then he went and sat down. And
it's okay, Grandpa.
This was the thing. We always joke about how Trump is a funny guy. I think I don't think the humor comes natural to him. The sense of comedy and comedic timing doesn't come naturally to him. It's just being such a bloated oaf and having all that inflated and misplaced confidence. That's what makes it funny. That's why it's funny. I don't think he's like a skilled comedian necessarily.
It's just his existence is comical.
Yeah.
It's a farcical.
He feels like a caricature. If I was drawing a big bad evil president, of course he would be like, "Oh, we making money."
These guys, they make a lot of money, and then that just the blatantly being so out of touch with you know, the working class people you're trying to appeal to.
Yeah.
But what gets me about those working class people who are kind of in that MAGA Trump cult, they would like stuff like that just like washes right over them. You know, it's like they make a lot of money. Yeah, they're big important guys. Of course, they make a lot of money.
They earned it.
And they earned it. But if a Democrat came out, it was like, oh, these guys make a lot of money. They'd be like, yeah, they do, because they're all corrupt. You know, like the energy and the response is just so different depending on what, you know, color it is.
Yeah. It's the one good thing is like Trump, like his base are starting to kind of flip a switch.
Yeah,
Don't
like
want to war
there's definitely some people who are being like kind of like shook out of the cult, but
do you think it's because they or their partners have been abducted by ICE?
Yeah,
or they've lost their jobs,
well, like
or they lost their Medicare.
A lot of it is for the wrong reasons. Like it's not because they were actually personally affected by something negative. I've seen a lot of it. It's like they're very like niche concerns. Like there was like this big crypto bro. I saw, and people were doing a like, oh, this didn't age well kind of thing. Because, you know, before he was elected for the second time, he was like, heck yeah, Trump is going to do awesome things with crypto. And then like crypto is like dropped off big time or something. He was displayed a graph and he's like, oh man, I'm so sick of Trump's bullshit. But it was purely because all his concern was
always
crypto.
one issue voters.
Yeah.
It's just he has to be on their
He's not like mad about the ICE and the fascism. He's just like, oh, my crypto. I thought Trump was going to do good things on my crypto.
A lot of like the ones that are flipping like mainstream wise, it's just because of the fear of going back to war in the Middle East. Like obviously the US is like constantly doing wars and stuff, but they don't want like another war to start, especially, and that's something that has directly affected all of them. Because a lot of them had family members that went to Afghanistan, and now they're like, I don't think we need to go to war again, because it's the one issue that has personally affected them. So I do think if Trump does continue that route, he'll definitely go down in popularity a bit more.
Because there certainly is like that branch of conservatives and branch of Republican that is anti-war. And like maybe not necessarily anti-American imperialism in all the forms that it takes, but in terms of just like full on starting a war, there is that like sort of sense of conservative philosophy that brings them to be anti-war.
It's that liberal mindset, right? Like you're like the liberals are always against the war that already happened, but pro the war that's happening currently. And I feel like a lot of them were like pro, like, you know, every war after 9/11 in the Middle East.
Like at first they supported the war in Iraq. Then after a while, it like I maybe I'm misremembering or something, but I feel like, you know, by the time Obama was president and everything, like, and they were you know, winding down all those operations and stuff. Excuse me. By that point, a lot of like Republicans had come around and been like, yeah, the war in Iraq was a bad idea.
That's only because it was an unpopular position. They didn't actually think it was a bad idea. It was a bad idea to say that it was a good idea.
Well, and then you had some of the biggest conservative talking heads like Tucker Carlson, who has taken in a lot of ways like that sort of anti-war position, because, you know, he from the conservative standpoint, like, you know, why are we spending money on this? Why are we putting so much effort into this? You know, not from like the sort of moral or ethical angle, but from
the Candace Owens perspective, where it's all Israel and the Jewish people.
That's and that's kind of Tucker Carlson's thing too. Like he's sort of like accidentally landed on this niche of being anti-Israel and anti-Zionism, but I don't trust his particular brand of anti-Zionism. Like, I guess you could sort of call it a win for
fracturing
for fracturing them and stuff like that, and anybody taking this stance that what Israel is doing to Palestine is bad, you know, is a good position to take. But yeah, I don't like Tucker Carlson has demonstrated himself to be such an obvious white supremacist over the years
Yeah.
that it's like, you know,
He
I don't
literally
really
did
want
that
to tout
Russia
this guy.
tour. He went to Russian grocery stores and showed how great Russia was. Like, people like forgot, and then everyone's like, "No, he loves America."
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So I think that a lot of, and this is just, you know, a slight non sequitur. I think that we have been trained and propagandized to pit entire countries against each other. Like, ooh, boo Russia, boo China, boo, you know, the bad guys, the boo the other countries. But I think that what gets mixed in the middle is like, you know, the civilians, a lot of them are pretty fucking good, you know? Like, there's a lot of Russians, a lot of Chinese that don't support like the bad parts of the government. Just kind of like the same thing in Canada, the US, you know? And so I think that I think we get stuck with how to talk about it. With how to discuss that, like the governments, Putin, Jesus Christ, fuck that guy. But then, you know, trying to say that, you know, going to Russia and stuff is bad. Like, we're in such a pigeonhole of being like, you know, visiting Russia sucks, versus like the Russian empire is like really shitty and imperialist.
Yeah, like when I talk about like Russia bad, I'm talking from like the American individual perspective, and it's like with Tucker, he went there to show it wasn't bad. Like that was his implied like what he's like, wow, they have like conveyor belt things for your cart to go to your 2-floor grocery store,
which is hilarious. Because like if Tucker Carlson could have just gone to Maple Leaf Gardens Loblaws.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, yeah, Russia is a kind of a just a regular capitalist country in a lot.
And that's the thing is that, like,
right?
You know, Americans who don't leave their little, their tiny little bubble, don't understand that the rest of the world has conveyor belts in their fucking
well, look how they talk about blue states. Like when they talk about the states, they talk about the blue states, the liberal cities, like every
are on fire.
area.
Portland,
have you
so
seen
much
like
of California that votes Republican?
Yeah,
so
like the reddest of the red states are all the most like visibly impoverished, right? But and then there's these projections onto like cities and stuff like that, and it's actually I have something queued up on that for later if we have a chance to get to it, but I want to run through a little bit of the State of the Union here. Some of the stuff I wanted to cover when I was just scrolling through it, it's kind of earlier in the speech. Like, and I remember watching it going, like, I was kind of in and out of the second half because he got really low energy and it became significantly less interesting in the second half. So let's look at a bit of the first
I got
half.
to discuss sundowning with your mother about that.
Oh yeah. Well, I was saying to Jessica in our pre-show meeting there, I was like, he got one of those like steroid shots right before going on, and then by the end of it, he like by the time he was finally giving like his sign off, he was so low energy and just sort of like barely hanging in there. So
honestly, her and I were commiserating that you know, it didn't wind up with the literal weekend at Bernie situation. That would have been more entertaining.
I had posted on Blue Sky, I'm like, it would be so awesome if he stroked out right now, and then like a couple people shared it being like, I would become religious.
This would be the proof I need.
Stroked out right
this would be my conversion event.
Yeah. Which was funny that other people were saying that because in like a private chat with my buddy Sean there, we were both watching at the same time, like sending messages back and forth, like, "Are you seeing this shit?" And we kind of said the same thing, like if he just like, eyes rolled back and keeled over right then and there, it'd be like, yeah, I might start going to church. Yeah.
To be fair, that's one reason I watch a lot of like Trump's live press conferences, and a lot of them are super boring. But it's like I just want to catch that moment, you know.
You
like,
want to be there
for it,
and you don't expect them to be exciting. You do, like, you know, it's not a prerequisite that they be entertaining, but they don't have to be so boring. Like at least with like Obama, he just went out there and looked at the camera and delivered the message, and that was it. You got out of there. He just did the job, spoke plainly,
had the decency to fuck off,
and effed off. Yeah. But this guy, like, he so wants to be validated and in front of the camera and talking as much as possible that it's
he just
like
wants attention.
Yeah,
all the time.
No, well, he is a game show host. Let's not forget that's what got him here was being a game show host, right?
He's like a grandpa whose kids never visit him in the home, and so
oh my gosh,
who's a captive audience.
The next president's going to be a podcaster.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, especially if what is it? I'm seeing all these posts now about like Kamala's thinking about running again, and Gavin Newsom. It's like these are our two front runners. This is what we were pushing on us. Yeah, there's going to be another Republican presidency. If that's
this is why the nukes are going to drop. You guys, this is why the nukes are going to drop.
But anyway, let's roll on into this and see what's going on. I just skipped a few minutes in. Oh yeah, he's getting kicked out for a sign. The free speech loving Republicans.
And we will never
so smart to do that early though. He got kicked out, made his thing. He doesn't have to sit there for 2 hours. Genius.
Honestly, yeah. But like holding a sign. But yeah. So much for that free speech purity, Republicans.
We're just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today our border is secure.
Today our border is secure. First of all, like, is it though? Is it though? Even if the border, like, okay, secure by what standard? Nobody can get in and or out. Like, what are you talking about? And most of the time, like, let's be real. Most of the people who they are complaining about, you know, people overstaying their visas and stuff, they're not driving through the border. They're not driving through the border. They are landing in airports.
And they're overstaying valid
and then they're overstaying their visas. So they're arriving legally and overstaying their visas, which is not technically a crime.
I mean, it's a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor. It's like jaywalking.
So it like
paperwork.
I was watching a lawyer break this down, and she was like, "Yes, like it can get you deported, but there isn't really a criminal charge involved. It is not a criminal act. So there is that subtle difference between something that's against the law and something that is criminal. They're not necessarily the same thing.
Also, when it comes to the deportations, almost all of the ones that they're deporting that actually did a violent crime, they got out of the prisons because the cops arrested them for doing a violent crime.
Yeah.
And then just handed them over to ICE. Like, they aren't getting them off the streets. That's my biggest thing with these deportations.
Well, that's the thing. It's a big, like, song and dance, right? This is all very, very expensive theater to make a very small populace think that he's very busy doing things. And they are not doing things.
Well, they're not doing good things.
Good things.
Today our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring.
Lie.
No, they're not.
And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again. Perhaps
it is not.
Before.
Nope, and nope.
I'm muting my mic because I'm just like making noises that aren't even words.
What is it? Like the part where he gets to like later in the speech about inflation plummeting, it's like, inflation went way up during COVID, and that was the bulk of Biden's presidency. It went up worldwide. It wasn't just the American currency. It was everybody's currency experienced inflation because they were weathering such a horrid economic storm. So, of course, now that the pandemic is over, so to speak, and the economy has kind of returned to its normal practices, inflation is going to plummet. And that's like, Donald Trump promising, like, come June, it will be summertime.
The
I
snow
promise
will
that there will
melt.
be a summertime come June. It's like, yeah, that's when the summer solstice is. So,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
like he's taking credit for something that just like kind of happened by nature, you
Yeah.
know?
But he also, this doesn't take into account how AI is inflating other shit.
Oh yeah, there is such an like yeah, you know, the Dow being above 50,000 and stuff like that. Yeah, give it another year when OpenAI doesn't get the $14 billion cash injection it needs in order to stay running,
Yeah.
and see what it looks like at that time.
And
Oh.
like in the meantime, the cost for CPUs and RAM and just general computational parts is going up everywhere. Like at work, we have
Oh yeah.
we
The
are
cost
in
of
a rush to order
what is it? GPUs are the big
CPUs,
thing that's
GPUs,
really
like
gone way up.
there's like
RAM.
everything basically. At work, we're in a rush to order stuff because apparently, beginning of March, prices are going to increase.
Yeah.
Because of
I'm so happy I bought this new computer when I did.
1,000%.
It's like
Yeah.
I literally bought this machine like right before
Yeah.
these market prices and
Yes.
crap hit the
Yes.
fan. Like and that was not planned.
No.
I was just very lucky.
And there's like a lot of places where like on a consumer level, largely if you can wait. But on a business level, if you're trying to replace stuff that is about to become obsolete and will no
Mhm.
longer get support, like if you need new machines to support, let's just say Windows 11 over Windows 10, for example, you can't afford to wait until the market corrects. You
Yeah.
need to do it when
Yeah,
you need to do it because
business
security
needs
doesn't
to
stop.
run. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's just, anyways. So just like talking about
And then
inflation.
of course like all the tariffs don't help with this.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, the average American, it's
Yeah.
like even though inflation might
They're
have
not
dropped,
making GPUs in the United States, folks.
it's not getting cheaper for them because
Yeah.
the prices never dropped.
Yeah.
Like the prices never corrected with inflation, and then tariffs make it.
Our enemies are scared. Are they?
Scared.
Are they?
I'm scared. Not for like the ways that we should be.
After 4 years in which millions and
Scared
millions
for
of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most
Thing is, they do get vetted and checked.
I know.
They do.
I know.
secure
Lie,
war
lie,
in
lie.
American history by far.
I'm going to put myself on mute again because I'm just going to make noises a little bit.
You know, just looking at these people, it's like, oh my god!
These
Just
Gavin
this
Newsom, why are
this
you standing?
gallery of
Sit
freaks.
down. Protest.
That's
God.
In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
Yeah, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States since always. Since always.
that's kind of the semantic thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like if someone comes to the border and they are, for whatever reason, not allowed in the United States, and they're trying to cross that border, and a border patrol guy goes, "Yeah, you're not allowed in.
Yeah.
Goodbye."
That's
like that's how
border.
that works.
That is the border. We're 20 seconds in.
It's like he's going up there. It's like, I have made crime illegal. You know, like.
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our
White
country.
people.
No,
White people.
except even if you're a white Canadian, you might get fucked up by
white people that we from places that are approved by us, which is getting lower, smaller and smaller all the time. I guess like white people that when you're filling out your application to enter the United States or get a green card or whatever, you're going Trumpy Trump, Trump, I love Trump, and that is how you filled in all the blanks.
If you have a white supremacist tattoo, then you're in.
Yeah.
Maybe, sometimes not, but more in the not. unless someone misunderstands what it is and shoots you in the face thinking that is something woke.
Yeah. Put like if you're gonna check my social media, be sure to note that all my handles end with 1488. And
That's my birthday.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
Honestly, is that true? Is there a stat that we could cite there? I haven't
Does
heard
it matter? Is anyone fact checking?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, did anyone release? Normally, after these things, we get a fact-checked version. Did anyone?
I have
not seen
anything
one
like that. Yeah. I haven't seen usually you'll see that article going around of like this is the total number of times that he lied, or like something like that. But I haven't seen that myself.
And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline. Think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years.
Okay.
1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in
he wouldn't like me to say that. Who cares about your dead dad? Like, why? Like, he's trying to be like kind of folksy and charming there, and it's just weird.
But like, okay, A, is he just lying? B, did they reclassify murders as manslaughter? Like,
who knows? Like, a sudden decline in murder rates could point to a lot. Murder rates have been declining steadily for 30 years.
Yeah.
So like, that's just again, he's taking credit for things that don't that don't reflect any of the policy, right? Like, he can't point to any policy position that he has enacted that led to this.
That's
He's
because
just saying,
hey,
this is a thing that happened. It's not bad, right? Hey.
Yeah, that's because policy is a 3-syllable word, and that is too much.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the worst.
I was gonna say there is a CNN article that did come out.
Okay.
It's very long, fact checking, and I'm just gonna say the first. Of course,
it's long.
Yeah, the first thing. Fact checked. Trump falsely claims the U.S. has secured $18 trillion in investments. It's a lie because it's just completely fiction. The only place you can find that stat is the White House's website.
Yeah. They are referencing themselves.
Yeah.
Inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years.
In more than 5 years. What happened about 5 or more years ago? Like that thing I was just talking about. Oh, COVID.
Who is president more than 5 years ago?
Yeah. Just a little more than 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It would have been him. It would have been him. But so, yeah. God. And then just taking credit for literally the weather.
Maybe he genuinely forgot he was president.
3 months.
I don't know that this guy knows what day it is.
1.7%. Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
This guy's never seen a gas station in his fucking life.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I remember him saying something later about when he was talking about people shopping and stuff, and the way he said, "Oh, you can't even go to the market And like the way he said the market, I was like, he's seeing like people go to the market in some like old timey, old fashioned way.
Yeah.
And it's the same way he was like talking, like how he always said, "Oh, groceries, that's a funny word, groceries." And it was just like,
Old-fashioned
yeah, you have
word.
literally not gone grocery shopping your entire
Yeah.
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have never purchased your own gasoline.
You could
and
put a
you've
gun
never
to his
gone
head
grocery
and tell him
shopping.
to like fill up the car with gasoline, and he'd be like, "You're gonna have to shoot me."
You know what I'd love? You know, it would be a great social experiment for guys like this, like anybody in this like sort of wealthy political class. Make them play The Price is Right.
No.
You know, throw random grocery store items in front of them and be like,
$1, Bob.
yeah. How much do you honestly think this costs? Yeah, that would be a great measure of how in touch they are.
Ellen did that, I think, with Bill Gates on her show and had
Christ.
him like guess like the price of bread, and he's like, "Oh, like $20."
Jesus.
And this is like back when Ellen was on. So
Yeah.
like,
It-
yeah.
Jesus
Look,
Christ.
I'm certain.
I think
that
I actually
Bill-
remember that. Now that you
Bill
say it,
Gates
there's
is
like a
probably-
weird, vague memory that
Yeah.
I'm getting
Bill Gates
there.
is probably pretty good friends with Galen Weston. They feel like the
Oh,
kind of people who would have
Cut
like
from the same cloth.
yeah, they feel like they would have like rubbed shoulders at some point. So I don't doubt that maybe that was like some kind of influence of like
The bread price
dollars.
fixing.
So, okay, let's assume he's telling the truth about the gasoline. Why did the gasoline get so cheap, Don? What did you
Mortgage
do?
rates are the lowest in 4 years
Oh, he's
and
not
falling
getting to that yet.
fast. And the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office.
Yeah, it went down from 55,000 to 5,000. 50,000. You know, like it gone down by more than $5,000. You know, anytime he's using numbers like that, because it's like, oh, $5,000 is not an insignificant amount of money, but when you're talking about buying a house, $5,000 is not a lot of money, actually, like at all.
You know what this reminds me of? Okay, because I know you've been watching Dropout lately.
Yeah.
It reminds me, like, you know, do a little clap if you watch that Very Important People episode where what's his face is the motivational speaker
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
hands.
No,
And he's like,
okay,
I
Zach
took
Oyama.
50 yeah.
Yeah.
I took $50,000 and I
with the
turned
little
it into
hands. This is the one.
$16,000.
Yeah, the way he says it with such confidence. Yeah, I think it was $100,000.
Yeah,
He's like,
$100,000.
yeah, hey, with his little hand, I took an investment of $100,000 and I turned it to $16,000. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
So
this is. I'm
good.
getting that vibe.
Yeah. And yeah, I get like pay attention to some of the numbers he uses and how he
Yes,
uses
that.
them because they are very, very misleading. And again, I can understand how oil prices have dropped because we can make a few observations over
A
his
few
actions, and he
Venezuelan
will. Yeah, and
observations.
he does reference this in the speech. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Mortgage. The hell did he do? He didn't do anything there.
He probably just gave people reasons not to buy houses in the U.S.
Yeah.
Flee.
Yeah.
And low interest
Curb
rates will
demand.
solve the Biden-created housing problem well. At
The
same
Biden created the housing problem has existed for like 20 years. Those prices have been going up for like 20 years. Millennials, their entire adult lives, and I have been an adult now for about 20 years as a millennial. Our entire adult lives were marred by the idea of all of us just knowing in our core we are never going to afford to buy a fucking house.
One brief anecdote. I and my ex-husband, we purchased a house in 2004 for it was about a 800 square foot bungalow, 2-bedroom, for about $68,000.
That's insane.
When we separated 3 years later, we sold it for $119,000.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And I will never again be able to afford a house.
Yeah, when my parents bought their current house in 1996, it was $117K.
Mm-hmm.
That house now is like I think easily $700K.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, and like there was a brief time when people say like housing never goes down. There was a brief time like
Mhm.
in the 90s. So my parents purchased the house in 1992, and when they're trying to move in like 2001, they lost money on the house. So that was a brief, long ago period of time
Yeah.
where real estate, wasn't guaranteed to go up.
Yeah.
That is so far in the rear view fucking mirror.
Yeah. Here, okay, now he's getting to the stock market here. I wanted to talk.
Oh God.
All right, I'm
'Cause
gonna
it
mute
always
myself.
makes me laugh when these fucking guys talk about the stock market.
I know.
Because honestly,
I know.
who is this for? Like
I know.
your working class mega constituency. Are they excited about this? Do they?
They probably
care?
are because they don't understand how it doesn't fucking affect them. Like,
Like,
oh,
who are
that's
you
gonna be
talking
good
to?
for me.
No,
No, it
it's
doesn't.
going
No, it
up, and
doesn't.
that's helpful.
No.
53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
According to CNN, that is a lie.
Yeah, not only is it a lie, he's not like attaching any explanation as to what he did to
It's just
make
him.
any of
This
this
he doesn't
happen.
understand how everything works. Like, he
Like,
has not had to do
I
anything.
made
He
$18
doesn't
trillion
know.
in investments. From where? For
Yeah.
what?
He doesn't know.
I think he just has
What
the
are you talking
view
about?
because, like, all his businesses, a lot of
Mhm.
them he didn't actively run. It was people licensing his name, right?
And then when he
And I
tried,
feel-
they bankrupted.
Yeah, whenever he
Yeah.
actually touched
I didn't
it, it
actually
went
build
bad.
anything. They just licensed my name.
Yeah, so I
and
think he's just viewing
guy who
it as he
calls himself a
licensed
builder.
his name to like the US. Like he just licensed his name so everything goes up. Don't worry, Trump gets her standing.
Yeah.
Think of it.
Of course she
Much
does.
less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
If that were true,
A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. The hottest.
They're
Yeah,
so hot, guys.
because-
I would bang them like 10 out of 10. Fuck Mary Kill, Mary Canada, fuck the US. No.
Incredible.
yeah, like, honestly, just okay. And so, like, this was my face and more when your mother was watching this. We are how many minutes in?
Yeah.
And already I'm praying for death.
Me or
Okay.
him, I don't care, but one of us has to die. Yeah.
One of us. It's gonna be one of us. Might be him, might be me. It's gonna be one of us.
Oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from
This was the part I
Yeah.
one of the parts I really wanted to highlight because oh my God, the way he just says this is so appalling to
Yeah.
me. Like, of course Trump is appalling.
Yeah.
But I think this deserves a special recognition in just
Mm-hmm.
how freaking appalling this is. So this is what I was getting to before about what'd you do with that oil, Donnie? How did the oil prices go down? Here we go.
more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
You stole it.
Yeah.
You stole it.
Yeah.
You fucking went in there, kidnapped a world leader, and
Yeah.
you stole it.
And we let
We
them.
just received from our new
Everybody let
friends.
them.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Honestly, that
Yeah.
is so goddamn grotesque. The
Calling a
fact that
partner a
the
or a
Democrats
hostage
didn't
a
stand
partner.
up and
Yeah.
leave right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Just fucking gross.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
no, show us this ovation.
American natural gas production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to Drill, baby, drill.
That was a thing anybody would have done. That is not particular to this
No.
administration.
Because
America
No,
has
Biden was
been
pro
steadily,
fracking.
yeah, like
Yeah.
natural gas production has been a constant. He
Yeah.
has not changed anything in regards to that.
More Americans are working.
Oh, I like how he used the line too. What was her name from years ago? I can see Russia from my house.
Oh,
That lady.
brown hair with Sarah
Yeah.
Palin.
I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sarah Palin. Yeah, drill baby drill was her line. I like how they're just like he's still holding on to that.
Today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today, and 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Yeah, that's because you cut a
Yeah,
massive
we
amount
know.
of government jobs and put people out of
How is that
work.
right? I have given rich people more labor to exploit, and I've done it at 100% rate.
Well, it's more like I
He's
have
not a
cut.
brag.
He's like, I have cut so many jobs that the only difference has been the private sector,
Yeah.
which has not even accounted for
And
the
like
jobs that
those
I've
oil
cut.
production
Mhm.
jobs, right?
Yeah.
That he was just talking about, that goes so wildly up and down because depending on the
Yeah.
oil market, like that can fluctuate wildly. As soon
Mhm.
as price, like the price of oil being traded, like per barrel goes above a certain threshold, fracking becomes literally undoable.
Yeah.
Because economically speaking, it just doesn't make any sense. So, like,
Never mind the
he is
communities that
touting
destroys the
very,
Yeah, no.
very thin, very
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
unsustainable
Yeah.
types of jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just understand. I'm doing so much to help the private sector. Why is that a brag? Why is that a brag? Rich people are getting so much
We
richer.
ended DEI in America.
Yeah, we know because you keep shoehorning in these unqualified white idiots.
Yeah. Yeah, we could tell your entire administration is unqualified white morons
Yeah.
that
With
are
the like
doing a terrible
slight
job.
with the slight exception of Cash Patel.
Yeah, I was gonna
who
be like,
is- who
Not
is
only
just
that,
gonna
like,
take a
on top of
fall,
that, there
right?
have been like actual like independent studies done over the years where like like third party analysts and stuff like this are brought in and found that DEI type practices are not only just morally and ethically a good thing to have,
They're financially a
because
good thing.
they're
Across the board.
financially good. They are
Across the
financially
board.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they actually benefit companies to have a diverse amount of people with different perspectives and different
Yeah.
skill sets.
Because if you come from a different experience, then you have different perspectives to offer. And so then you have like all these different ideas as to like how you can accomplish things. And so you're not just pigeonholed into this one way of doing that isn't fucking working or isn't making
You know what?
money.
Like a really great example of this, of like a company sort of being woke and it being very good and profitable for them
Mhm.
is Subaru. They are the lesbian
lesbian
car
club.
company.
Yeah.
The lesbian car company. Like
Aside from Jeep,
I remember hearing like reading the stats on this. Not too
you
long
can't
ago.
you can't toss aside Jeep.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like Jeep
But
and
no, like
Subaru.
Subaru is number one with lesbians by like a huge margin. It
But
is, like
That's a very
unmistakable.
specific brand of lesbian.
Yeah. But and the reason for this is apparently that just like early on in when Subaru was like really picking up and investing a lot in marketing, they were very progressive, very early,
Mhm.
Yeah.
leaned into it and
Yeah.
didn't back down ever.
Yeah.
And that led to a certain type of brand loyalty
Yeah.
that some companies can only freaking dream of.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Like
and it has worked out for them. It has worked out for them.
Yeah.
You know, ultimately, I would, you know, as a dirty comedy, I don't want to depend on the good whims and progressive wills of the capitalist class to create progress, but there are obvious examples of how being ethical and having a moral backbone and having ethical practices within your business is financially beneficial. But when we say that's financially beneficial, that's over a long term, and none of these people think long term.
Oh, they don't care anymore. No, that's not a concern anymore. No.
Yeah, like a lot of them used to
take
like
as much
see
as you
bumps.
can, as quickly as you can,
and then fuck off, and then everyone else can just burn and die.
Yeah, like a lot of companies used to see bumps. They would do like the breast cancer awareness, the rainbow, all that kind of stuff, and now they're like just completely siding with the regime. So
like even Starbucks previously, like 15 years ago, was a more woke company. And yet, but now,
yeah.
Nay. Are you moving on to something else?
No, I might do a little bit more here. We're going to let this play out a little bit further.
Number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year we have lifted
job-killing regulations.
No, more like killing regulations at your job.
Yeah, like people killing
regulations are typically
people dying.
I don't know what regulations.
No, regulations are written in blood.
Yes,
because otherwise they wouldn't bother.
Like what? I don't even know what regulations he's talking about.
Record off of food stamps.
Oh yeah, because this is his thing. Oh, since I killed all these job creating regulations, we've gotten a record number of people off food stamps. No, you changed the threshold of what allows them to qualify,
so people get to starve
people
instead.
off of benefits. You kicked them off of benefits, and you're fucking bragging about it. Disgusting, fascistic little fucking losers.
Yeah,
makes me sick.
Oh yeah, let's stand to attention for that. Yeah.
Kicking people off food stamps, starving children. Yay!
Yeah. Because you'll notice, you'll notice that he doesn't say that.
He doesn't say that.
Sorry, he doesn't say that they no longer require food stamps because they're
just
making
not
enough
on them anymore.
He just says that they don't get them. Not that they don't need them. They just
sort of announcing that the State of the Union is strong without any like reason to really show that.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country.
Those fuckers in the back.
That's an insane thing to say. Like that is an unhinged thing to say.
Like just look at their little smug smiling faces.
Yeah.
Like what is that?
Like
oh God.
We're in the worst timeline. We're in the worst timeline.
I hate these fucking people so goddamn much. You know what this feels like when he's saying winning? This is like Charlie Sheen's definition.
I know.
Winning. We're gonna have all the tiger blood. I have invested trillions into tiger blood.
Just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And
how are either of you not embarrassed to be behind this man?
Here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud.
My knees hurt just watching this.
Hockey team, come on in.
And then these fuckers.
Okay, so like, and he's 12 minutes into this 2-hour speech.
Yeah.
And he's already like introducing the hockey team and doing like fluffy stuff. Embarrassing for this hockey team.
It's because
yes. And he awards the goalie with the Presidential Medal of Freedom because, you know, why fucking not?
Yeah. So
everything is a joke. So
yeah, like he has nothing of substance anyways. So the order of operations literally doesn't matter because none of it fucking means anything and none of it fucking matters.
I
Yeah.
feel like this whole like
So
the
let's skip
hockey
right to the
team-
end so you can see the decline as well. But anyway, sorry, you were saying the
No,
hockey
no,
team.
I was just gonna say like this imagery of like this State of the Union with the hockey team in there really reminds me of like the black and white photos of like the Nazis giving like
Yeah.
their medalists to like
Absolutely.
the
Yeah.
Olympics. You
Oh,
know,
100%. Yeah.
I'm like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm gonna,
Hands down.
you
Yeah.
know, yeah. So
Did humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel, and then we launched mankind into the stars.
Okay, so
And now
his
it's time
energy
for
level
90-90.
from what I just cut from,
Yeah.
and then going to the he's very tired and he's barely
Having a
holding
shake.
on.
Rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our
We
engineering.
wired the globe.
even the people behind him, like
like,
JD Vance
"Please let
looks
us die."
tired. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
please finish.
Great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched
Is
glory.
JD Vance worried about
of the
someone's going to roofie
hardworking
him? What's
patriots who built
going on
and
there?
defended this country.
Oh, probably.
We still carry the hopes
Probably
and
More like
Paranoid.
Rice and him, probably.
all of humanity's backs. For years, they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside. But that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage,
What the fuck
daring,
are you
vision,
talking about?
Like, this is like it.
it is
This
still
is why I've been muting myself, because like I just
needs a
my
nation
body
to
keeps
work
making noises
miracles.
that I can't stop because I'm just like
There's no challenge,
exuding just
The
like
whole plot, like he's not saying
no frontier
anything.
too vast.
no, none of it says anything. None of it means anything.
There's
Because he doesn't know
We're doing
anything.
good. Everybody's winning. We're having fun, good
And
times.
then we either
Me
cupcakes
at the
and
end of a
there's
night when I'm
Wings of
really drunk.
aluminum and
Yeah.
steel.
I'm like, oh my god, like tonight was awesome. We were
Oh,
winning so
yeah.
hard.
Oh,
yeah.
I really love all you guys.
Oh my god,
That's what the extent of that was. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excruciating to watch. Excruciating.
Yeah.
I
That-
was
that's
so
why I-
excited, but no.
Yeah. That's why I was so glad when your mom went to bed early. Because,
Mhm.
because she's a bus driver. She's got to be up early.
Yeah,
And
no,
so she had to
fair.
go to bed, and so she had to turn it off. And so then we put on the 24/7 Nightmare on Elm Street channel, which
Yeah.
turns out is the thing. That was delightful.
Whoop. Windows.
You've stopped sharing, and so now it's just the three of us.
Damn it.
It's okay. It's better.
No,
This
it's just Windows did a weird thing on
Don't bring him
Oh,
back.
it did a thing where I accidentally clicked something and it made all my windows disappear for a second.
That's okay. He doesn't need to come back.
Welcome back to the Jess and Nat show.
Well, we
Everybody.
got the next topic queued up here. This fucking asshole. Our own
our
own
asshole.
Trump in Ontario, Doug Ford, everybody.
Oh
It's
god.
our asshole.
The Ontario Students Assistance Program. It's not a freebie, he says. It fucking should be. It should be. Why is educating people a question? Why is this a thing? It's not
The
a
man
freebie.
that didn't finish, like he didn't finish college. Like, what does he know about education?
Yeah, if you actually gave a shit about human beings, Doug, it would be free. It would be free. But you don't. So you say shit like, "Oh, well, don't take basking weaving courses."
Okay,
Well,
for
fuck
one,
you.
AI
Fuck you.
can't eat baskets. So if we're talking about like secure markets that AI can't replace, that's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah.
Also, I felt like that had like undertones of like anti-indigenous.
It
Yeah.
Anti-indigenous,
Like-
anti-arts.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
absolutely,
you don't want
all
to
of it.
invest in anybody to be like an artist and somebody to provide these things that you love to stand on that bolster the culture, but you want to take everything away from them that allows them to be what they are. And yeah, go into STEM, go into science. Not everybody is inclined towards those fields. And on top of that, once you flood that with everybody, there's going to be jobs for everybody in those fields? Is there? Is
But
that
also
gonna be a
Still
worthy
need
investment at the end of
OSAP
it?
for that, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like he says that he's not defending OSAP for like liberal arts. You're not funding OSAP for any of them.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's not. He is also.
Yeah.
And like the grants are conditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and the grants have gone down from, and what is it? Eligible grants went down from like an 85% rate of like being given towards people who do qualify for them down to 25%. So the amount of grants that are going around has been slashed by 60%. And
basically,
for a lot of those people,
loads,
that is the difference between going and not going to school. And so you fuck them. You
literally. Fucking literally. And here's the thing. Okay. And so the difference, and I've graduated college twice. Okay. The first time my parents paid for it, that was from 2000 to 2002. The second time I paid for it, that was from, I was able to through Algonquin College in Pembroke, take a expedited IT program that was 1.5 years instead of 2 years. And I paid somewhere in the area of like $3,000 for tuition.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's unheard of.
You guys want to be crazy? I went to McMaster University and Mohawk. And this is in 2010 to 20. I graduated 2015. 2010 to 2015. I had to take a year off because I couldn't afford because I had to use some of my OSAP money for rent. I owed a grant. So they were like, you can't, you have to pay. So I had to take a year off to pay that grant. Finally, I got my degree. I got a certificate from Mohawk, everything. I owed $46,000. And it was like, I ended up paying it off only by luck, but it was like, if I didn't get mostly grants, I would have had to stay dropped out. I would not have been able to go back.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and as this, what is it? The days, I hope I don't mispronounce this, Balaha, from the Canadian Federation of Students said this: the changes to OSAP into a primarily loans program will burden the next generation of students with more student debt than ever. Yeah. Fucking obviously, this is turning into a more American style system of financial assistance, and we all know how that has looked, right? Like, I know so many people, like the system in Canada for many years has been better than the American one, allowing people to actually go to school and not be drowned in debt their entire lives. But it still happened for a lot of people. They ended up in a lot of debt by the time they were out at the end of it, and it was still bad, but objectively better than what they were doing down south.
Like I have
now
a friend,
it's looking more like that than ever. So yes, this is absolutely a punishment to working class and poor people.
Well, and that's the thing, is that like we, and I say we, I don't mean like this household. We Canadians of varying classes all like to think of ourselves as middle class, but largely we're not. And so we don't understand just how devastating, and I'm also largely not this household. We don't understand how devastating this kind of thing will be generational.
You know, the capitalist liberal dream, right, is you go out and you work hard and you can make your dreams come true. But apparently, if you're a working class person, if you're not already born into nepotism and privilege, that doesn't apply to you, because on Monday, Ford repeated his assertion he supported college and university education as long as it is one of the sectors of the economy he views as in demand.
Which is hilarious, because he hasn't had to work a fucking day in his life.
Yeah, he's never had a job. He's never had to struggle. He's never had to.
How many days did they take off last year?
Like, more than I fucking get, I'll tell you what.
And of course, so it's only guys like this who have had an easy fucking detached, aloof ride their entire fucking lives that would think like this. Oh, you know, I have no problem with you getting assistance to go to school, as long as it's something that benefits me and my friends and we can exploit you at the end of it, and to the maximum degree. Because
but again, also, I'm lying, because we won't actually fund your OSAP either. Fuck you all in general.
As you're cutting healthcare, as you're cutting avenues into healthcare, we want you to get trained in healthcare. What? So you'll move to the States? Like, is that what the plan is? Like, there are so many holes in this fucking thing. It's so goddamn arrogant, so goddamn classist.
Yeah. And then part of the problem is that, like, people don't call him as fucking shit to his fucking face,
Yeah.
right?
No,
And so
no.
like the fact that he can say this at a presser and then it won't get
And
immediately
nobody
swamped.
there's no audible ooze like like the audience
Yeah.
doesn't fucking collectively groan. Bunch of pussies, man.
Not just collectively groan, but like
like-
collectively like run and rush the podium to be like, listen up, shit fuck.
We live in a clip in a history of clipping now. Like all
Yeah.
you need is to get a 5-second moment.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
go for it. You know it's videotaped.
Yeah.
Get that clip.
Get your moment.
Get
Rush
your
your
As he says
fucking
here,
page.
we're investing in our education. We're still subsidizing colleges by $7 billion. I'm sorry, $7 billion dollars for the number of people and students in this province is fucking piss in the ocean, my guy. Piss in the ocean.
Yeah.
Nobody
well,
cares.
like I said to your,
7 billion. Yeah, that's
like
not
I
enough.
said to your
That's not
mother,
enough.
it's like he's like, I've been putting in more investments than anybody ever. That's population growth and inflation. That's how it works.
That's
the number goes up, but you need to keep up.
Yeah. Students, however, aren't
you need to keep
convinced,
the fuck up.
pointing to a sputtering economy and high unemployment. Yeah, of course. He's making this is the same thing that I remember when the bulk of millennials were graduating. Like my graduating class was a quite large graduating class. The number of children born in the year before and after me, it was an unusually large class size, and there was this concern about the number of kids that were going to be going to college and university and the number of jobs that were available at the end of it. And this is why I never ended up going to post-secondary school, because I watched all my friends graduate, go out into the job market and have nothing. Their degree meant nothing. And that's what's going to happen to these people, and they're going to be even more in debt. It is just worsening a problem that has been happening for decades, and it is so fucking infuriating.
I used to internalize this as like a personal failing that when I graduated
that's
college,
what they want you to do.
Yeah, when I graduated
it must
college,
be you. It's not the system. It must be something you're doing wrong.
Yeah,
right?
like when I graduated college the first time from advertising in 2002, that was when IT crashed, like Nortel, etc. And so that took down, when IT crashed in Ottawa, that took down the ad agencies. And so that meant that I couldn't find so much as a waitressing job for 4 months after I graduated in 2002. It took me until then to find until like summer of 2002 to find a part-time outbound sales job at the National Gallery of Canada to get any kind of employment. And then it took months after that to get my full-time permanent job. Like I was hitting the ground running. I was like applying for everything. It just nothing was working. And then when I went back to school, I graduated December 2008, and then there's another fucking global crash. And I internalized that as like, oh, I can't go back to post-secondary education because look what happens when I go to school. But then it sounds stupid, but like internalize that as like a me problem, even though I high level understood as like as a big problem of like, oh, everybody graduated that year, but I was part of everybody twice. But it didn't occur to me like on a really impactful level of like, look how broadly, bigly we're all getting fucked consistently and more repeatedly and closer together. That like the
OSAP
lie
wasn't
of post-secondary
great and
education
perfect
has
to
been
begin
broken.
with. Like, OSAP wasn't great and perfect to begin with, right? Like,
it was better than the US.
Yeah, it was better than a lot of examples
I'd rather
you
it
could
than
see.
nothing, or having to go to a bank.
This even further, and like this is like it's just insult on top of insult. Like I don't know how any person who already isn't filthy rich could possibly see anything positive in Doug Ford. The way he talks about people that aren't rich, the way he talks about people that just need to work hard to get ahead in anything at all. He obviously fucking hates them. He hates people who aren't exactly like him.
And the people who believe in him are those temporarily embarrass
Yeah.
millionaires.
It should look to schools and the federal government for additional grants. Oh, fuck off! The federal government already pays for the majority of it. Like the actual Ontario side that comes out of pocket for them is a smaller percentage than what the feds pay. But that's just his choice of words here when he continues
Yeah.
to spend it. What we were doing was unsustainable. For
Shut the
who?
fuck up.
For
Yeah.
who? It
Yeah.
is actually perfectly sustainable. We have so many examples of countries around the world with, smaller profits in GDP than us that manage to pay for education like this.
Yeah.
It is perfectly sustainable.
It's
What
only
isn't
unsustainable.
Go ahead.
Only,
We're
it's
probably
only
getting to the same point.
unsustainable when he keeps cutting revenue sources and needs a new fucking scapegoat.
Yeah, and and not only that, like it's unsustainable to make his rich friends rich. Because if you are actually providing a certain value to these people that's going to allow them to go out into the job market and have value and demand higher wages, well, that's just not sustainable. What, we can't have them addled by debt and we have to pay them decently?
Yeah.
Not sustainable. Not
No
sustainable.
way.
That's what he's saying. Doug Ford hates you. He hates you.
Yeah.
And you vote for him
absolutely.
because you're stupid.
Yeah.
Or you don't vote at all
And
because
if you
you're
feel
also
insulted
stupid.
that I'm calling you stupid, it's a very simple problem to solve. You
Yeah.
can stop being stupid at any time. At any
Anytime. Yeah. And it's not, you don't like, you
that
don't
power is within your hands, people.
Yeah. And the thing is that like you don't need to vote NDP to prove you're not stupid.
No.
You can vote for like literally fucking anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody
Just
else.
don't vote for
The
Anybody
ABCs.
fucking
Any,
else.
anyone but
like
conservative.
slime
ABCs.
ball a
Come on, do it.
majority.
Yeah.
Oh
Who
my
didn't
god.
even have a fucking platform for the last election.
Yeah.
Like he was
No
so-
policy positions and no platform other than I'm
It's
Doug
so
Ford,
embarrassing.
business.
Yeah. Keep letting me fuck you
And-
over. Yeah.
And it's not even good for businesses. The rate of success
No.
for new businesses starting in Ontario has
Yeah.
not gotten better. It
No.
stayed exactly the
'Cause he
same.
doesn't give a shit about them either.
Because if you're starting a new business, you know what that means. You're probably starting from the bottom. And
Yeah.
if you're anywhere below a certain threshold that can make you, the bottom half,
Fuck your
Doug
face.
Ford hates you.
Yeah.
And doesn't give a shit about you.
And fuck your face.
Yeah. And also this is another important point because this is always like a conservative angle when it comes to spending money on things that are good to spend money on, such as like, food for children or anything like that.
Yeah.
Setting up roadblocks and red tape on purpose. These are the anti-red tape people, but only when it comes to business and profits. Red tape to keep people from getting access to funds for education. They love that kind of red tape. So, of course,
For
he
food or
sounds like he's being financially responsible, and it sounds like he's being not super favorable of rich people, but we all know what this type of red tape is going to do. The people that don't have the money, I'm all for it, he says. Take care of the students, take care of the families. But, he said, he doesn't believe in giving money to family that earns over $200,000 a year. So now you've added additional roadblocks.
Okay,
now
but
now you have to prove that you're not making a certain amount of money. Now you have to prove that
you
like
already
now
had to do that.
Yeah. You already had to do that.
Yeah, but like no one
there
getting
already were
$200,000
stipends on that.
gets it.
But making it more difficult and putting in more roadblocks where you have to like fill out the form, prove income and stuff like this. What we should be doing with these with OSAP money and grants is it should be available to everybody, period.
Yes.
Universal, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Done.
Like
And
honestly,
especially
like
well, if you make $200,000
No,
a year, like the
You
amount
wanna
of
go to school?
qualifications that
Okay.
immediately
I don't
cause
give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Like honestly,
That's
like
cool.
if you are a nepo baby, like just let me finish. If you are a nepo baby, your parents make $5 million a year, and you want to go to school for basket weaving, I think that you should get OSAP loans to A, not rely on your parents, B, focus on something that brings you joy, C, focus on something that we're just I don't care about the marketability and financial viability.
how
If
do
that
you
is something
count,
that you
like,
want to learn
freedom of
about,
expression, freedom of choices, freedom to be who you want to be,
yeah,
and then put deliberate roadblocks and say, well, if you want to be that, that's actually not good for what I feel the economy should be right now. So you're dumb
yeah,
and bad, and you're not going to ever be successful.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, okay, so that freedom thing was full of shit. Okay,
yeah. It was
yeah,
only if we're marketable enough. Yeah,
yeah.
fuck that.
And
So-
campuses are great for like if you're coming from a rich family, it's a great
Mm-hmm.
way to like meet poor people. And I feel like that's you need to meet poor people. Like I feel like
I mean, okay,
okay,
this
sorry.
just means like I'm like
Poor. Sorry,
because
I was poor. I was the poor people you were meeting.
I
I
mean,
was the one that had to use my OSAP and miss a year because I had to pay my
Yeah.
rent.
yeah, and so like there's people who miss more than a year because they're too poor.
Poor,
And so
yeah.
that's what I'm saying is that this is like meet poor people. I'm like, there's
Well, I mean,
some.
poor. Like obviously, I mean, poor people that they could
Yeah.
get the OSAP loan to go to the school.
Homeless people are evil.
Oh, wait, okay.
Excuse you?
Yeah. This is the next segment. This
Right.
is how we're going to cap off the show.
Okay,
Oh,
wait,
no.
I-
Okay, James. After that, I sent you a link which is a good happy thing, and so you're going to end with that.
Oh, I'm going to
after
end
we
with a
go
happy
to the
note.
poor
Okay,
people.
okay.
Okay,
we'll
I just
probably get another
before we get off
15 minutes or
OSAP,
so.
I
Go
just
ahead,
want
go
to
ahead, go
say
ahead.
there's a rally at Queens Park on March 4th at 12:30 p.m. The Hands Off Our Education rally held by the Central Student Association in
Send that to me
Ontario.
because I
Yes.
might be in that area. I don't 100% know. It depends on the time.
But yeah, so March 4th, that's my birthday. Go celebrate it at a rally.
I did like that soundbite that accidentally queued up there, though. Let's try that again.
Homeless people are evil.
Yeah, there we go. It's a great way to start. Great way to start. I've been getting just clips of this douchebag like shoved down my throat because of the rage bait algorithm that is Facebook.
Who?
I still don't know his name. People keep clipping him. People keep clipping this guy, and I keep seeing his dumb fucking face saying dumb fucking shit. But I actually still don't know his name, which I
I have
find
zero
delightful.
context.
You know what I had? You know what I had to do to find more videos of this guy because I couldn't find out what his name was because people were
No.
just clipping him and then like disagreeing with what he's saying because obviously, I had to Google image. Like I basically took like a screenshot of his face. I had to frame his face. And did a Google image search based on one of the videos in my algorithm, so it would pull up more pictures of him. And when it did that, I still didn't get his name. This is just people clipping him. So the caption here for the person that's reposting this video is, did he really just say that about homeless people? So I wanted to go into a fun thing at the end here. Basically
It sounds so fun.
it sounds so fun. Well, I wanted to make like just to
fun.
make fun of these douchebag talking heads. Like, okay, just first of all, look at this guy. Why does he?
I came
Why does he
downstairs
have a
and-
prepubescent boy's haircut?
It's a
with
toupee,
that-
I'm sure.
That's a Bieber.
Yeah, that looks fake. Yeah. And so all he does is like he goes on here and goes, women that refuse sex are evil. Homeless people are evil. And so he's just this kind of guy, the laziest type of rage bait that is so dumb. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if he believes what he's saying. Does it matter? No.
Nah.
This is just like,
My idea for the homeless is we build a big camp in the desert and we build a bunch of stationary bikes and we hook it up to the electric grid. So if you're homeless, we put you in this camp. You ride the bike like 5 or 6 hours a day. And
you know what's awesome is I have that plan for you. It's called a gulag. And you would be put in one fucking immediately, you dumb fuck.
you power the electric grid. So that way you're contributing to society. And then we can give you food and water. And we could even give you drugs. You can do your
What are you contributing to society, my guy?
Yeah.
What is this? You think you're
Severely less.
contributing to society right now?
Literally less,
and all that. But they can't just be on the sidewalk hooting and hollering at everybody that walks by them.
You can't
Yeah,
just
because
be
that's
on the internet hooting and hollering about how you want to round up homeless people. How about that? You
Yeah,
fucking
because that's
loser.
what people want to do with their lives: be hooting and hollering on the sidewalk.
It ruins the
That's-
vibe.
if
It's
people have
not fun to
options.
It
walk
ruins the
around. I'm sorry.
vibe. You know what? First time you ruined the vibe. You
Yeah.
are a certified vibe ruiner. You piece.
But
Of
no
I
one
am
wants to hang
so
out with
dried
homeless
up.
people. We don't get
You know what? I want to hang out with homeless people about 1,000 times more than
More.
fucking you. I can say that.
Never
for
give
sure.
them money. If they try and say anything to me, I just go, nope, and I keep walking.
Yeah, cool. I
Oh,
will give
wow,
them
you're
more
so
money
cool,
based on
man.
you.
Oh, you're so
right?
cool.
It-
Like you live in a place you even have to experience
Right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are
Well, actually, that's it. Like it's funny that people complain about like homeless problem. I'll get to another clip in a second that relates to this, but like homelessness is a thing that is pretty much everywhere in the United States. It's not unique to like one pocket or corner.
Mhm.
But
It's just
My
in
idea
some
for the
places
homeless
it's
is we
more
build a
visible.
big camp in the desert and we build a bunch of stationary bikes and we hook it up to the electric grid. So if you're homeless, we put you in this hay and you power the food and water. And we could even get in and holler in at every.
Okay, that was just looping.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what that was.
Well, and it's also like if looking at homeless people ruins your vibe, maybe instead of like forcing the homeless people to move, we work on changing the systems so that they're
Maybe
not like
provide
having to be
them fucking
homeless.
homes.
Yeah, like I feel like there's a better way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any better
Oh,
way.
okay. Like unrelated because I wanted to stay on like the more economic homelessness beat, but this clip here where he's talking about women.
Minimum. If your wife says no to, you should be allowed to go find from another woman and not get hassled for it. Guys are getting into these marriages where their wife can say no to, and then if they go cheat, the wife divorces them and takes half the stuff. That's cucked, bro. At the very least, the rule needs to be if your wife denies you, you're allowed to cheat. That's the bare minimum. That's the deal you need to have.
Like,
yeah, so this guy.
there's a feeling I get when I'm watching him and hearing his voice and looking at his eyes when he's saying this stuff.
Yeah.
He is fully aware he's full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
but at the
pretty
same
sure.
time, you
like
can't
sure,
trust
he
him.
like maybe he wants that, he desires that because he's a sick misogynist.
Because he knows women
but-
won't sleep with him willingly.
Yeah. But
you
there's
should check
just
his hard
something
drive.
about his energy of delivery to me here that it feels so hollow and insincere, and that he's forcing it out because he knows it's so fucking dumb.
Which is hilarious because like that's the only way he thinks he can get attention.
Yeah.
Buddy. How about you get some friends?
Yeah.
How about you get
How about just being a nice, cool guy?
How about you get
Is that too
attention
much to
from like
ask?
setting up like a cat or a dog Instagram and having some like love from someone other than
Go
yourself.
outside. Like get off the internet for a little bit.
But we're gonna end on a positive note, and you're gonna.
I got one more.
Okay.
Because I wanted to shift into this. Speaking of just the homelessness note, Adam Carolla, douchebag extraordinaire, former host of the Man Show. Which was the last time he was remotely culturally relevant.
I was about to say I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, he made that cartoon with the Daily Wire.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Burcham, based on a character he created in the early 2000s. Apparently, that was the only remotely funny idea he ever had because he tried to reinvigorate it for a series for Daily Wire, and it's just about a really conservative shop teacher that doesn't like the kids these days. Oh, groundbreaking, shattering stuff. Basically doing politically aware Archie Bunker, where it's like, the context of the Archie Bunker as a character is the show knew he was ignorant and wrong. What Mr. Burcham was trying to do is his ignorance and wrongness is actually good. That's what that was trying to preach, right? So here's, of course, that typical attitude on display in this clip, and it got me thinking, like, I wonder what his actual, like, because he's talking like here for a second, like he does care about the homelessness issue, and that got me thinking. But here, let's see if we can turn this up.
And you may not like it.
So hold on, already the five white guys in the back going, oh,
goddamn,
this one.
What?
She started by saying, I'm going to tell the truth and you may not like it. And these are the same people that clap like seals when, Mr. anti-politically correct comedian goes up on the stage and is like, oh, I'm going to say something those liberals aren't going to like. Oh, you're the fucking smartest man in the world. But of course, black woman in an actual political setting trying to speak truth to power immediately is like, oh, geez, this bitch. Oh, geez, man.
People named
All
George.
gonna tell me to wash my ass.
Miserable people on the planet. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, these are the most miserable people on the planet. Dude, the amount of projection that is happening in this clip.
All right. So now
just take note. Everything he is whining about this other person doing, he is literally actively doing.
Wait. Pause for a sec. You're telling me this isn't a happy man?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is a guy who's really like, and again, being angry at society right now is great. It's just the reasons why kind of matter. And so, like this isn't being mad at society. This is being miserable on the inside and projecting it outwards.
Everybody, we may not like it, but here we go.
I'm personally offended by what was presented.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is.
So many.
I don't know what it is, but I'm upset already because you're a black woman.
Different levels.
Oh no. Oh, we've disappointed Her Highness.
One thing I would like.
Her Highness. Oh, and who are you? Your Majesty, Mr. King fucking Adam Carolla. You're the one who's you're the one who's whining about this right now. You're the one who's upset about this right now. And you don't even know what it's about.
To see updated is the word homeless.
Oh God.
To unhoused.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
He solved the problem, lady.
And sure, you can sit there and say, okay, this is a semantic difference. I don't see why this matters. But how angry they are about it is weird.
No more.
I'm not done.
It's always funny when the middle-aged white chick, progressive Karen, is like,
oh, the white chick, the progressive Karen, because she's white, she's the more reasonable one. So she's going to come and go,
Joy, sorry, but we said that because we didn't know. And just go, shut up.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so his reaction was shut up, bitch. Like the over dramatization, the hyperbole, the outrage being injected into something that is so benign. He is so miserable in trying to project it onto this black woman.
By the way, what's the difference between homeless and unhoused? Why don't you explain to me? So anyway, the white Karen chick, who by the way, doesn't.
I'm sure someone could explain it to you, Adam, but would you honestly give a fuck?
She's called racist. So she's worried now. So she's like,
because that's the biggest oppression of all is being worried about being called racist.
Whereas clearly he's a misogynist
and
idiot.
Mr. Berman, for this to be on him. That's the way our state of California. That's the language that they use, and that's their.
That doesn't mean that's the language we have to use. I'm making a statement,
and I just want to make sure that he's not.
I understand that.
What the difference is this going to make with the homeless population?
Yeah. Why are you so concerned?
Okay, so
finish your statement.
Adam Carolla cares deeply about the homeless population, right?
Yeah,
he wants to do something about the homeless population. He's very upset about it. And and after looking into it, I was like, yeah, how much does he care about this? There's a lot of clips of him caring about this issue. But
I'm sure
how does he think it should be solved? How does he think it should be approached?
But I don't know what the plan is.
The same would be true, let's say, here in Los Angeles around the homeless issue. I think morally, ethically speaking, it is an atrocity that in a country this wealthy, we have people just on the streets, and we should have we should insist on policies that recognize their full humanity, people who are houseless, and be able to provide them the help and resources that
houseless. Why, like if you don't think the language matters, why do you snicker at it?
They need.
Yeah.
But we should also recognize that the average person, doesn't want to have to navigate around a tent city in the middle of downtown.
So give them access.
Yeah, for the record, if you solve the first part of your sentence thing, the second part wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Tent cities are like a last fucking resort.
Yeah, like that, whether it's drug treatment or
I'm getting mad at Obama.
Temporary housing or what have you, We're not going to be able to.
How about permanent housing? Just give them the fucking permanent housing.
We simply
you're a rich
say,
fucking
you know what?
country.
It's not their fault, and so
I thought communism was no house.
Because
nobody is saying they should do whatever they want, my guy. We're saying we should support them. Like the weird straw manning that liberals sometimes do here. It's like, oh, they should let them do whatever they want. That is not an argument anybody is making. In that's
a
way.
losing political strategy.
That's no one's political strategy.
Skilled word salad guy.
Yeah.
So okay, this is what's funny. Again, the projection. He starts up by saying he's a skilled word salad guy. Oh, yeah. You could be making fun of the fluff and nonsense of the political language that he's using because he is not getting to the core of the issue, which is
he's not providing any solution.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to be like a fluffy liberal and stuff. But if he was going out and saying, yeah, let's just give these people houses. Oh my God, the outrage that would be coming
but
from that.
compared to Trump's State of the Union, that was really clear and concise.
Yeah. But but just listening to Adam himself, he comes off right. Oh, he's a skilled word salad guy. You'll see.
Well, AOC and Kamala Harris are dumb word salad people. They're no actual warlocks. There's clumsy magicians and skilled magicians, but no one's actually magical.
Yeah.
Well,
so
no fucking
really
shit.
No one's actually magical.
They're just putting words into order.
What is this metaphor? What is he talking about with warlocks? What is this metaphor? It's almost like it's a really dumb fucking word salad, Adam.
Don't do anything, and they don't possess any power, but they're skilled.
Yeah.
So he's a warlock of word salad.
I thought he was a magician.
So you're describing yourself. That's what that sounds like. You're describing yourself.
AOC and Kamala just got one of those home magic kits that they bought the weekend before and are clumsily trying to fumble through.
They're like pulling words out of a hat.
Their words.
Okay. Kamala Harris, I can agree. She is not the greatest public speaker. I made fun of her for that constantly. But bundling AOC in with that? Bundling AOC in with that as if they're like AOC, I'm sorry, whether you disagree with her politics or not, to say that she is not a skilled political speaker is fucking bonkers. That's
the misogyny flavor that you're tasting.
That is so insane.
Salad, but it's not working.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But they're both talking about nothing all the time.
Yeah.
He's just
kind of like you, Adam.
Nothing. He's a word salad warlock.
Adam, because he has nothing to offer.
If I was in that room, I'd be like, Adam, what's a warlock?
And what's the difference between a warlock and a magician?
Yeah, because
what?
if you know your fantasy lore, there is an important difference, and I know what that difference is because I'm a fucking nerd. But
does Adam know the difference?
But does Adam know that difference? Okay,
but does Adam know anything?
Just for the nerds out there, a warlock is somebody that is granted magical abilities by a demon or a deity. So and that's a man. So a warlock is almost like the equivalent to a witch in a lot of fantasy lore, but just for men. So witches are given their power through Satan or demons and things like that. That's kind of the same thing through warlocks. So you're not naturally inherent. You're not born with the magic ability. You're not trained to gain magical ability. You are granted it from a higher being. That's what a warlock actually is. But he's just kind of fudging all these terms. If he was getting into wizards and warlocks, even that would be more consistent in fantasy lore. But whatever.
Sorry, trouble's here.
Yeah, if he was nerdy instead of a complete idiot, it would be more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he is a nerd, but just the worst fucking kind. He's a nerd for misogyny and hating homeless people.
Nerd who doesn't investigate his own lore. Anyway, show my link.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up that link. Oh wait. Here, hide the screen.
Hey, let's look at all his messages.
Yeah.
Show me the dick.
Get us banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
Guess we're moving to Twitch.
Oh god, I just had a Russell Brand video come up in
Don't
the feed
don't
there.
do that one.
I would love
I'm not
to get
emotionally
into
prepared
that.
for that.
That will be next week. That will be next week.
Next week. Perfect. Oh, my birthday celebration.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. It's about Mr. Mamdani tackles second winter storm. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I know what this is
about
about.
snowballs, or is something else?
No, it's about him paying
Worst has
for
Oh yes, the
people to
shoveling.
come together to shovel.
Oh, yeah, but like 30 an hour.
And bus stops.
Yeah. And so like I haven't actually watched the video. I was just looking for
me out with the
context,
paid
right?
emergency civilian snow shovelers. $30 an hour with 2 forms of ID.
That's a program that is focusing predominantly on crosswalks, sidewalks, unsheltered bus stops. And thanks to their work, we've already been able to more than double the number of New Yorkers who are doing that.
The storm dumped nearly 2 feet of snow on the city, barely after the snow from the last storm had dissipated, and barely after the Mamdani administration had dug itself out of the scrutiny over its handling of that last storm and the cold snap that turned snow piles into ice mounds. The deep freeze killed at least 15 people. This time, it appears nobody has died.
As of now, we are not aware of any deaths related to this blizzard on our city streets or in public areas.
Here's the storm response by the numbers as of the mayor's Monday afternoon briefing at the city's emergency management headquarters in Brooklyn. Homeless services staff put people into shelter 79 times, 2,600 sanitation workers out on each 12-hour shift, about 1,300 emergency snow shovelers, 300 calls of downed trees, 2,200 bus stops cleared by Monday morning. On New York One, Mayor Mamdani discussed how the city is staying on top of the big dig out this time.
We've geotagged all the bus stops and crosswalks so that the city knows all the locations and the last time that they were cleaned.
Meanwhile, there will be no garbage pickup through Tuesday, so sanitation crews can focus on snow removal. Unlike the last storm, this effort to clear the snow will get an assist from warmer temperatures later in the week. Dan Rivoli, New York One.
Yeah. So like this is the guy who's just gotten to office, who's already figuring out ways to make efficiencies and like bring in people to get things done. This is socialism, where you say that, like, you know what,
There's
need
a
to bring
social need
people
for
together.
something,
We're gonna bring people together. We're gonna pay them. Which is why they need a couple forms of ID so they can actually pay them, right? Like this isn't just you from your paying kid to shovel out your driveway.
Hands everyone at 20.
Yeah, like you can't just do that from a city-wide, right? So of course you need ID for that in order to, give them the American equivalent of T4s. I don't know what the American equivalent is exactly. And so like this is an example of a socialist mayor taking a hard situation, understanding that people make it better, and then paying people good wages, $30 an hour, in order to be able to save the city during a really troubling environmental event that can't be wished away with technology. Like you need people.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100% paying the manpower. I saw a video from another guy earlier who was just like an average working class guy. And he kind of like vlogged his whole journey of like going down and applying for the job and getting his safety vest and going out and working. And it was such like positive vibes. And this guy was just so stoked to be able to go out and work and earn $30 an hour.
Yeah,
You know,
I want to like broadcast this and like I want more people to see this, because this is the kind of things that makes cities work, that makes provinces work, that make countries work. If there's work that needs to be done, you pay people. And you get the work done, right? And so when it comes to clearing roads, when it comes to paving roads, when it comes to public safety, when it comes to doing things for the greater good for our community, socially, this is how it's done.
Yes. Hundo P, and that brings us to the end of our show. We're typically an hour-long show. We went an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because it just does that sometimes. It was a fun one. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. We will be back next Thursday and unless otherwise specified.
I might be here, I might not, depends on weather. So
I have a show on March 6th in Ottawa at the Dom, a live music show. So depending on how things leading up to that goes, we might have to reschedule next week. But assuming nothing crazy happens, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. And as always, folks, stay rough.